Hello, I'm Charlotte and I'm from Germany.
Hello, I'm Dennis, I'm from Denmark.
Hello, I'm Julian and I'm from Germany. And we are all volunteers from Living Spring.
Alright, and we're here to answer some questions. Yeah.
What's the first one?
Alright. Tell us what being a volley looks like. Who you live with, what days you work, what jobs you do at work, do you travel?
So the first part's probably easy enough. So who do you live with? Well, some of us are here, Julian and Charlotte and me. There is a couple others too at our little lodge down the mountain. Yeah.
Yeah, right now we're about 7 people living together in a little house, which is basically just a long hallway with just a bunch of rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what do? We work in Living Springs and we do everything basically. So we do a lot of housekeeping recently, but also maintenance and programs, and sometimes we're lucky and get into the kitchen and work with the kitchen stuff all day long.
Yeah, we mainly work from 9 AM to 3 PM, so it's just a pretty short work day, but yeah, it's pretty chill. Does mean that we have quite a bit of time in the afternoon.
Should we look at another one?
Alright.
Alright, let's see what it says here. What is your favorite moment from working with a group? I need to think about that one. Any of you had any on the head?
I think I once had a group, it was just girls, chanting my name and saying that I'm the best over and over again to a group of boys who were working with a different instructor, and I just thought it was a funny moment. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I have several moments, but I think my best moment was when we were doing archery. And I had a really nice group, and the kids were actually so interested in me being German that they tried learning some German words, and it was just a very good time for me and a good activity.
I think I can remember one. Some of the groups we've had when I've done adventure stream with them, running up and down the streams and seeing them overcome like the long drop. So you come down that and get everyone through and get through the whole adventure stream. Oh, yeah, be one of them.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. What was the biggest challenge you faced while you were here? Yeah, I can start with it. I think my biggest challenge here was... I mean, basically the language barrier in the beginning, because it makes just things a bit more difficult, because you have to be very focused every time, and you have to translate everything in your thoughts to what you're saying. So that was in the beginning a bit difficult, but in the end, if you just speak enough, you're getting into it and you're getting used to it, and then yeah, it's all good, and I'm very happy that I did that in the beginning, so my English improved way much more.
Way better.
Yeah, besides that, because all of us are from not English-speaking countries, also most of us are freshly out of high school, so we haven't really worked a lot. So for most of us, this is our first work experience, so actually working every day, seeing what a normal work day looks like, and developing work ethic was a challenge. But with time, and since we've been here for a year now, that really has improved, and I think most of us are good workers now.
I'd probably say just the cultural difference, like getting to know like the terms and slangs people are using, but also just how people are, like compared to back home, where back home people are a lot more quiet and don't talk and just be at the sideline, where a lot of people here are more outgoing and trying to get to know you or just want to talk. So that's one example of, but just getting to know the culture and seeing the cultural differences was probably like the culture shock was more one of the challenging one. Yeah.
All right. Okay, next one. What has your experience at Living Springs taught you the most?
So the experiences here from Living Springs have taught us the most, like stuff like how to handle like large groups of kids or adults for that sake, how you handle them with group activities, or just how a day-to-day job and living communal with other people is like some of the experiences I've been taught here. What about you guys?
I think the most important thing I learned here in Living Springs is that the way you treat things and how you look at them really, changes your work experience here in Living Springs. And if you're really trying to have a good time, you're gonna have a good time anyways. So that's, I think, the most important thing I learned.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. But when we work with group, I think one of the things that I had to learn over time was how to show authority through my voice, or how I am, because kids don't listen to anything but what they perceive as authority. So just, being able to speak up, speak clearly, speak with authority was, something that I will hopefully have with me for the rest of my life.
Well, shall we look at the next one? Ooh. What will you miss the most about Living Springs? That's a good one. So, I would say probably the community from Living Springs, like all the colleagues here are people that just help us and make sure that we have the best time we can have at Living Spring and in New Zealand for that sake. Just it'll be something else going away from that once we get back home.
Yeah, for me it's definitely the same. The staff members, in the time we were here, I think all of us got so close with the staff members, and it's just, that's the best part for me, or that's the part of what I'm looking forward to when I'm working, and the next days is the staff members and just like chatting with them. And yeah, they're really funny guys, so I'm gonna miss them the most.
I think it's quite often said that staff at Living Springs are kind of like a family, and it really, really shows. Just having lunch every day with everybody, everybody feels so close. It's no matter what you work for. I mean, if you are cleaning your toilets that day, or if you're the manager of Living Springs, everybody just kind of sits together, has a laugh, has something to eat. It really does kind of feel like a family, and it's pretty beautiful. But besides staff, it's also the other volunteers. Because we are sitting on each other every single day. We work together, we live together, we travel together. So it's kind of losing all of that all of a sudden will probably be quite a big shock.
I think that was the last question. Yeah, it was a good talk, guys.
Thank you.